Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for being here, mostly in the moment with me, Mystic Mia Moksha, for another Love Pick a Card reading. We are looking at how they are feeling about you right now. We have 4 piles here. Pile number 1 with the Volcano and the Rose Quartz. Pile number 2 with the Lightning and the Selenite. Pile number 3 with the Supernova and the Lapis Lazuli. Pile number 4 with the Hail and the Blue Aragonite. Choose a pile based on the number, the image, or the crystal that resonates with you. You can always pick more than one pile, and I also have other Love Pick a Card readings if you want more information. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much for liking, commenting, viewing my readings, subscribing, sharing, and ordering readings from me. I do have a reading special going on right now that's going to be for a very limited time. You can read all about that in the description. And with that, I hope you enjoy the reading. Much love and light. Hey, pile number 1 with the Rose Quartz and the Volcano. Let's see how they're feeling about you right now. We're going to look at how they feel about you overall, and then in love and in terms of the future. So start with how they feel about you overall right now. Okay. 2 of Wands. They don't know what direction your heart goes in, and therefore they don't know what direction their heart goes in. They're very confused on if they should pursue this or if they should let it go. 4 of Pentacles. They're safeguarding you, and they are safeguarding themselves. They feel like the reason they're so confused is because they don't know which person needs more protecting. Are you the stronger one? Are you the one who's going to take over the relationship, or are they the stronger one? Are they going to, somehow make you suffer a little bit because they're with you? So their mind is not in the best place when it comes to relationships and when it comes to you right now, because I feel like they are very like black and white about everything, and they don't see the beauty of how unique your connection is, and how you can like work with each other and compromise and share ideas and see how to move forward. I feel like they think that you're being a little bit stingy, that you're withholding from them, and that's like a troubling way to start out, because like they already think like, they're like, do I give them too much power, or do they give me too much power? And at the end of the day, I feel like one of us is going to end up hurt. So that's what they feel about you. They feel like you would do anything to protect your own skin, and you might be protecting yourself from them, which also makes them feel like, should I protect myself from them? There's that kind of energy. Allow unlimited abundance. Yeah. They might feel a little bit like, with the 4 Pentacles here, like you're feeling like, I need to like protect myself. So maybe you've been kind of like helping them out financially, or maybe helping them out with a lot of love and support, and you haven't been getting much back, and you're kind of like, hey, am I gonna like keep supporting this person and then I'm not gonna get anything back, and they're just kind of gonna leave me high and dry? So I feel like you turned on this kind of like protective energy around you, and they sense it. But you also have this very like unlimited abundance energy around you. So it's kind of like they didn't mean to, but they just thought you were doing so well that they can draw on your love energy more, that they can draw on your support a little bit more, that they can draw on your resources a little bit more. And they didn't realize that they were kind of leeching on you. And you didn't really feel it either. I feel like both of you are kind of like, oh yeah, like when one person's down, the other one steps up kind of thing, But I feel like it hasn't gone on long enough, this connection, for either of you to see the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like when the other person's down, does the other person jump up and take responsibility and step up kind of? Okay, so they're feeling about you overall right now. Okay, so this fell off the table, and right underneath, commit to self-care rituals. So I feel like they feel like you're sitting on a gold mine, like that you make sure you take care of yourself and you're constantly taking care of your needs, and therefore they're being left behind. But the reason you have to take care of yourself so much is because you and probably other people that you're responsible for, I feel like people at work, people, family, friends, whatever, it takes a toll on you. And I feel like you have to take care of yourself more because so many people are kind of a little bit leeching off of you. And most of it's voluntary on your end, but this person sees it as something like selfish, and I don't think they realize like they're being a little bit selfish because they're someone who's leeching off your energy but not giving back enough, and then they just see you taking care of yourself. It's like, well, duh, I take care of myself because everyone else is asking for my energy, So I feel like they don't understand why it looks like you're always taking care of yourself. Like, oh, it always seems like you have enough money to like go to the spa or go visit your friends, or you have enough time to do these kinds of things. And it's like, well, that's because they don't see that, like, it's because so many people are leeching off your energy. Okay, so yes, how do they feel about you overall right now? Okay, youthful love, beauty, and happiness. You definitely have this kind of energy where it seems like you can go. You can keep on top of things. You can, keep yourself happy and keep yourself looking good. You have this energy of like keeping on top of things, but like I feel like that's because you know how to take care of yourself. You know how to manifest things. Like, I feel like you're saying like, well, it's not my fault that you're not like working on yourself, and by the way, I'm also helping you out, and now you're like kind of giving me shit for it, kind of thing, So they're kind of on guard right now, and they're kind of a little bit confused because they see your value and potential right here. Like, you take care of yourself, you look good, you attract a lot of abundance because you give a lot of abundance. You when you have a lot, you share a little bit of it, and I feel like you're sometimes behind all this beauty, happiness. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength to keep believing in love, to keep believing in friendships and relationships, and all the work that you're doing day to day. And I don't know, at the end of the day, I feel like they're a little bit jealous of you. And I feel like this person hasn't really learned to kind of take care of themselves as much, or know how to, or kind of, I feel like they can't accept the fact that like they're not always going to be the one doing the best in the connection. Like, everyone has their ebbs and flows, right? So it's like they don't understand that, like, yeah, at some points you're going to be the one needing help in this connection. I feel like because of this information that this must be like somewhat of a new connection, a new relationship. Yeah. Okay, so let's go on to how do they feel about you in love? How do they feel about you in love right now? Paradise, number 19. That is the Sun card. So it's like, it's all good here. It's, we're all in paradise. Like, we're just here sitting under the sun, like soaking it in. So in terms of love, there's a deep amount of happiness, deep amount of pleasure, and feeling like this is we're in the good times, you know. So I'm getting in terms of love, like right off the bat, if that's and the villain. Oh, that's the devil card. Okay, wow, two major arcanas and two very like okay, so the devil is sometimes comes up when you need to have a little bit of fun, right? And paired with the sun card, these are two major arcana. So there's major things happening in love for the two of you right now. And I think what's happening is that you two are having a lot of fun and maybe having a little bit too much like dangerously close to overdoing it kind of fun, but like kind of living on the edge, and it feels good. It seems like it's fine no matter what arguments might come up or what disagreements or whatever. It seems like overall the connection is very good and the two of you are really enjoying each other's company, but I'm still concerned about the fact that they they feel a sense of competition with you outside of love. Like they feel like they seem like they have it more together than me, and I don't know how I feel about that. But in terms of love, I mean, there's a lot of fiery passion here. Oh my goodness, yeah, to say the least. A very deep connection. See how else they feel about you in terms of love. You are living poetry. The first thing I saw was like, you are living, and I'm like, yeah, you two are like at a really good spot in your connection right now. At least in terms of your love life, it's very strong. There's a real passionate desire for each other there. You connect on a deep level, and you have a lot of fun together. Ambush fear with your ferocious dream. You definitely make them feel alive, and I mean, you are a huge inspiration. Like, the reason you must take care of yourself and feel very protective of your energies and have like a lot of youthful love energies, because you're very like a hopeless romantic kind of, you know, you always get yourself back to the positive, even if you have like a day or two or a week of like difficult things going on. And you're very, very beautiful, very good looking, and very happy. You always come off with a good energy overall. There's a little bit of jealousy there because you are hugely inspirational to them and to probably many people around you, and they can see that, and they're like, I don't know how I feel about that. It's like, you know, if you're dating a celebrity kind of thing, it's like, oh, you like the fact that they're a celebrity, that gives them status, you know. They're a high valued man or woman, but then at the same time, you know, there's a downside. Like you may not get to be the center of attention as much. The focus might be always on the person who has the cameras in their face or whatever. So there's a lot of ups and downs with dating someone like you, or being in a relationship with someone like you, or having a connection of any kind with someone like you. You know, this could be completely platonic. This could be a friendship even. Okay. So their thoughts about you in terms of love. Confidence is your key to success. Yeah. So I think it's just because they're lacking a little bit of confidence right now, because like, you know, in the ebb and flow of things, like, you know, in a relationship or in a couple, both parties are not going to always feel at their best. There's going to be times where one or both of you don't feel at your best, and it's like, you know, that's the positive of having a partner. It's like they can love and support you while you're in your low points, and they do see you as very confident. So even if you are like, how do they see me as this like beautiful prince or princess? It's like, how do they even see me that way when, like, I totally am open and share when I'm in my low points? Well, they just feel like you're so confident that even your low points don't even, like, you handle your low points so well that it doesn't seem like it affects you as much as other people, you know? And so that's the them problem. Like, it's like they realize that, like, they just have to work on their confidence a little bit more. And I mean, there isn't anything too severely bad here. I think it's just a little bit of an instance of, because these are minor arcanas and these are major arcanas. So the love is very strong, but this underlying feeling of competition, or feeling like, I don't know how I feel about them doing good all the time and me not. They just didn't have a chance to shine in the connection yet, you know. But you know, things will even out. This isn't serious. A time for healing, yeah. I think it's a time for healing for the connection, because I feel like they know, though. They know that, like, they're being a little bit petty, because the love is very strong. I mean, there's like the sun card also represents like your inner child's, the inner child within both of you get along very well, and that's a very important trait to have in a strong connection, romantic connection, is, you know, to be able to understand each other's like past trauma and what the other person's inner child needs. But also the devil, like, you know, having a very strong sexual desire for each other, and having, you know, strong intimacy, and, you know, being able to have a lot of fun. You know, it's like the light side and the dark side getting along very well of each of you. So there's a very strong connection here. There's just a little bit of pettiness that will probably pass very soon, once they realize that, like, no, you know, everyone goes through ebbs and flows. It's natural. Okay, so let's look at what they think about you, how they feel about you, in terms of the future. Truth. Yeah, they believe, like, this is the truth. This connection is like the truth. Like, it's honest, it's real, it's true love. Friendship. Okay, that's so cute. Okay, that's how I was feeling with, like, the sun card is the inner child, the devil card is like your shadow aspects, your egos, you know, how you connect on the physical world really connects. Like, maybe if you're both, like, power, money, status, fame, you know, property, whatever like physical things you like, those things match up. But also, yeah, sexual desire for each other, and, you know, both of your dark sides match up as well, which is kind of important. The friendship part is really strong. The inner child, the shadow self, the ego. This is very, honestly, like a really good example of true love. And they recognize that. I mean, you literally can't flee a connection like this. You can't run away. It's hard to dismiss something like this. That's why this pettiness will go away soon. Okay, when I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. So they recognize, they even know, they're like, yeah, like, you know, I'm bringing negativity to something that's like really good. Like, that I'm getting like a little bit, like, I heard I hate myself for that, which is a strong word. I don't like to use the word hate in general, but that's what I heard. And so this person, like, really strongly recognizes that they're like their own worst critic, that they're really, I feel like, really anxious and really up in their mind about this, because they know it's like, it's their mind. They just don't know how to, like, quiet their mind. I'm getting. So what do they think about this connection? How they feel about you in regards to the future? When I truly surrender my desires to the universe, a mighty force of faith can set in. So I do feel like they have a huge amount of faith and friendship I'm getting in this connection. And they're like, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to get through this mental problem that I have, because it's minor, but it's enough that like it comes up almost like a few times a day, a few times a week, and it's like frequent enough that it affects them. It affects their relationships with you and other people, and so, and their it affects their self-respect. So, I mean, they are very. They really believe that this is a connection that's like very true, and it will work itself out. They don't know how yet, because they're like, this bothers me and I don't know how to stop it. I can't tell my mind to shut up. I don't know how to do it, but it's a very minor problem. They understand the love here, and everything else, so they just have faith that like this will work its way out. Okay, so the King of Cups came out in hand, which is my sign that they're keeping it very close to their heart, this King of Cups energy, that they have so much love and respect for you. And so deep down inside, like, you know, you are probably their true mirror. They have a lot of respect for themselves, but they just are having a bit of a hard time finding it right now, and they're having a hard time quieting the voices that are telling them that they suck. You know, that's just the honest truth. Okay, last but not least. Ooh. Okay, wow, the Empress fell out and fell on my lap. So I'm getting here the belle of the ball. Okay, so they recognize that like everyone like looks at you, everyone can feel your energy. You are, you know, a force to be reckoned with. You are very, very powerful, and like you can unleash that power whenever you so choose to. And they admire that about you, but you know, you understand that like them admiring that about you is them admiring that they have that same quality. They just haven't been able to come out and fully put on that you know, personal power yet. And this card fell out. King of Swords. Wow, so 2 kings and then Empress. Okay, wow. Very cool energy. Came out face down, so they aren't ready to talk about this yet, but they will soon. They will soon, because you know, when you're confident in yourself, you can talk about anything. You know, you can talk about any problems that you have, and you don't feel self-conscious, or at least you know, you recognize that everyone goes through things, and it's not weird to feel kind of that, you know, your partner might be better at this or that. Because they have it. I think you just kind of overwhelm them. I think you just kind of surprise them, and it's a good way. Like the connection is so strong, but it did bring up a little bit of inner work to clear, and it's not that much. This isn't that bad at all. This is, I would give this a clear, like this is good to go connection. There's nothing much. Nothing bad here, just normal stuff. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated, I really appreciate a like, comment, just sharing this video, or watching some of my other pick a card love readings, or yeah, even buying my sale reading right now would be really helpful. But yeah, with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you so much love, light, and peace. Hey, pile number 2, the lightning and the selenite. Let's see how your person is feeling about you right now. We're going to look at how they feel about you overall right now, and then in terms of love, and then in regards to the future. So how do they feel about you right now overall? Child of Cups. Okay, so I feel like that's Page of Cups. They feel very flirty, like butterfly in the stomachs. They find you so cute. I'm getting. They find you cute. They find everything that you do very cute. Like the way that you like, you know, I don't know, touch your face or something, or like fix your clothes or touch your hair, or, you know, the way you smile or the way you laugh or the way you make jokes or something. Like they find you cute and they find the things that you do cute. I said cute, so weird. Okay, Guardian of Pentacles. Okay, so that's the Queen of Pentacles. They see you kind of in a very like domestic setting, whether you're male or female. They kind of see you in like kind of like what would this person look like if that I was living with them, if I was married to them. And if you're already married to them, they always like just find you so adorable when you're doing simple things like taking out the trash or washing the dishes or making dinner. They just find you so cute. Like they just think that the way you do things is so adorable. It's like you're so entertaining to this person. Like they can just watch you all day. They're like so if they're not already with you, if you're already in a relationship with this person or have had a long-term connection with this person, they're very like they will forever be entertained by you. Like they constantly feel like they can keep watching you and adoring you and cherishing you, the little cute things that you do. If you're not with this person in a long-term relationship, they think about you in that setting, and it's like, what would they do if we order takeout, or what would they do if we like, you know, are having ice cream on the couch or something. I don't know. They think about you in that kind of setting. Journal it out, write how you feel. Okay, so I think it's something about like the way you write, or I don't know, some sort of artistic talent that you have. They really appreciate. I feel like your ambitions, like I don't know, something about like I don't know if you have like a vision board, or if you have like a list of goals that you want to accomplish. You know how some people have like a wallpaper on their phone, or on their laptop or desktop computer, like of like goals that they want to accomplish and stuff like that, or like have it like written out and like taped on like next to their desk or something, their work desk or something. I feel like they find that like so cute, because like it shows them that like you have bigger dreams and bigger goals, and they really appreciate that about you. They love that about you, because it's like not everyone like has goals anymore, you know, or they like give up on them very easily. But then if you like have it written out, or you have like a reminder of that or something around you, they see that like you're very serious about that, and they find that so attractive. Change one thing today, start small. They love that you take baby steps. There's a lot of like cuteness involved in these cards. Okay, so they love that you take baby steps. They're like, you know, if you're like, okay, like I want to have this goal of running this many miles in this time or something like that, you're like, okay, I'm going to start with, you know, just walking for this many miles. And so it's like, they appreciate like that you take little goals. I feel like this person has been observing you. They're very much an observer, and they have been observing you kind of work towards your goals and like the steps that you've been taking. And I mean, they are, mesmerized by you. They are so taken by you, because like it's kind of like you know, when you watch a documentary on like how this singer became like so famous, and like where they started out and stuff like that, they feel like they're watching someone like start out on this amazing goal, you know, or like so how this person made that money, or you know, became the head of this, like the CEO of this company or something like that, and like watching how like they're humble beginnings or something like that. Like they feel like they got in on somewhat of like the beginnings of that story, of this particular goal that you have, or life that you want to achieve at some point of that story, whether it's in the beginning or the end of that story. They feel like they got in on it. they got to see like the behind the scenes version. Okay, wow, this person really admires you. from afar. You might not even realize it. Okay, enthusiasm and friendship. They're probably way more energetic around you than you probably notice. Like, I feel like they're not usually very energetic or enthusiastic, but when they're around you, they're like, I'm going to do everything I can to be this person's best friend. Whether you're in a relationship or this just started or you've been in little to no communication, they're like, I want to make sure that I always have this person in my life and that I have to figure out how I can be their friend. Anticipation, yeah, because there's like this feeling that you're gonna like, I don't know, do something big, or that you're gonna do something amazing or something very like a really good accomplishment for yourself. Destiny, yeah, see, like, yeah, I do feel like they feel like you have like some sort of destiny, whether that's a big destiny or a small destiny, it doesn't matter to them. Like, they feel like, you know, I feel like they don't know their own destiny, so they're so amazed by you who feels like has a destiny. I feel like they might feel like in helping you with your destiny, they'll somehow figure out their own, or maybe their destiny is to help you or to work with you or something like that. Yeah, but they do see you as someone who's like, on their way to bigger and better things, for yourself. Like, you're accomplishing personal goals. Okay, so let's see how they feel about you in terms of romance right now. Opening up. Is that 8? Yeah, it's the 8. That's the Strength card. This has been very difficult for them. So this person might have been around as a friend in the beginning, or it might have been, it took, you got to know each other a little bit more before you had a romantic interest in this person, or they had a romantic interest in you. And it's because it took a while to kind of open up. Like, I feel like they want to make sure that they had your friendship first. I feel like they were like okay with friendship. Like, before the two of you did anything, they were kind of like, as long as I'm kind of like friends with them and they're kind of in my circle, like, I'd be so happy and ecstatic with just that. They see you as like that valuable as a person, just having like personal goals and like a destiny. But yeah, you did not see the full side of them in the beginning. They did take a long time, and even now still haven't opened up completely to you yet. But they do feel like they are opening up to you. The producer, that's a magician. One who makes the magic. So they're kind of very much planning out this connection. They're taking it step by step, and I feel like they want to be in control of how things go, like how your interactions go, what kind of activities you two do, events that you go to, how things turn out. Like, I feel like they like plan things in their head, like they think of what they're gonna say before they say it to you. Yeah, this is very much like they have their goal is to kind of be friends with you, kind of like follow the story of your destiny and like kind of uncover their own, open up to you very methodically and very slowly, because they want to be in control, make sure everything happens like seemingly magical to you, so it comes out as perfect as it can to you, and that's for a reason. Fall in love with your own story. Yeah. I love how both these cards are very pink and orange. Literally the same color of orange and pink, even though they're different decks. Yeah, so they have fallen in love with your story. They think it's just amazing, like the kind of things that you've done and the kind of things that you're planning to do. even if you don't think so yourself, you probably do, because you're probably like, yeah, I could see that. I'm pretty awesome. I'm getting that like they have fallen in love with your story and they want to be able to fall in love with theirs. It's a very much them kind of trying to love their own journey as much as you love your own, and as much as they enjoy seeing you on your journey. You inspire them. The now, okay, and hit the destiny. So it is destined that you two are meant to kind of cross paths at this time. Oh wow, and then this color is the same as this one. Maybe it's just like popular colors that tarot card makers are using right now. But yeah, the now, this like alarm bell and like this kind of third eye imagery. They're waking up to realizing like instead of looking for their destiny, they can be on their destiny. That they can that this connection can be part of the journey. I feel like not wasting your time on what? You're very close to achieving your goal. I'm getting you are, like specifically you, the person who's viewing this reading, you are very close to achieving your goal. And I feel like they can sense that. And they want to be part of it. They're like, before they were kind of just like watching you from a distance and kind of supporting you maybe, and kind of like letting you know how, great that they think your work or, what you're doing is, or how great you are. But I feel like you specifically are about to kind of achieve your goal, and they don't want to be a bystander anymore. They want to be part of it. And that might be like, especially when we're talking about love, they might be thinking about commitment. They might be thinking about, closing the deal on this friendship or this love situation, or, whatever this connection is. That they might be thinking about like, hey, like, I admire them. I admire their journey. They're helping me figure out my own journey, or they did help me figure out my own journey. I don't want to just watch them anymore. I want to be part of it. And I kind of want them to be a part of my destiny. So there is something very magical happening. This is the Magician card. And the Strength card. There's something very magical happening in terms of you two like kind of intertwining destinies right now. Don't let pride get in your way. So the only thing that is a little bit of a warning for you and them is that, they might feel like they are not the star of the show, or they might feel like they're not caught up to your skill level yet, or vice versa. You might not feel like you're where they are in that work, or that part, like this connection, or that level of feelings for the other person or something. But the advice that Spirit is giving to both of you is like, don't let pride get in the way. There's a reason both of you are intertwining your destinies at this time. Okay. And let's see how they feel about you in terms of the future. How do they feel about you in terms of the future? Confidence. They're very confident because they were very methodical. They like took their time to open up to you. They didn't like rush in and like have you get bored of them. Like, this is like from their mind. Like, I don't want to rush in and have them come like get bored of me. I'm getting like pickup artists. They're not like seriously, but like they know how to play the game. They know when to show their strengths and when to back off, when to give you space, when to support you more, when to like go in for the kill, you know, when to like plan an event or a date or a hangout, and you know how to change a conversation that looks like it's going somewhere dark or negative into something more positive and uplifting. Like they know how to play the game. They know how to, you know, I'm not gonna say like they know how to work you, but they know how to they know you well enough that they know what would make you happy, what would make you pleased, and what would make you kind of think twice about having them in your life. They're very confident. They're very confident that the two of your destinies are going to be intertwined. That you're going to be in each other's lives for at least a little bit longer, if not for a very long time. Peace and family. Yeah, okay. Peace and family. So I do feel that they have a lot of peace with you. They feel like you're like like when I see family, I'm getting like you're their family. Like you're their soul family, you're their soulmate, you're their partner, whether you're married or not or have a piece of paper or not. Like they're like, yeah, you're my family. You know, you're my person. No matter what happens, like you're a part of my family, whatever that means. Like whether like it feels, it's like you're my partner, no matter if we get married or whatever happens, or you're my family, like you're my soul family, like no matter what happens, you can call me up and I'll be there for you, kind of thing. Or you're my, like, you know, they're not hung up on the labels, on the titles or anything. I mean, I feel like they'll happily take you as a partner, but right now they're playing the safe game. I mean, they're playing the game very well. So, I don't know, I'd just be wary of that. Okay, let's see. The Devil. Okay, and then it fell on the Pride card. So, the only kind of like minor thing to watch out for here is pride. If one person feels like they don't want to live the life supporting the other person the whole time, because they might feel that way, that might be the only issue. If one person's job is taking over, one person's career, one person's family situation, or one person's social life, one person's health situation, one person's, you know, hobbies or lifestyle, it's just like, I don't want to come second to that. I think that's how they're feeling. And I feel like you may feel like that too sometimes. Let's see. How they feel about you in terms of the future. I heal the habit of fear and embrace the habit of love. Yeah, so this is a very minor thing. I feel like if this is something that comes up, it's coming up right now to be healed. And that is the feeling of feeling second to this person's other interests or other, you know, goals. But I think that changes real quick because the two of you decide to kind of combine destinies somehow. So maybe you do have like a project that you decide to work on together, or maybe it's like a family thing. Maybe you decide to take on a family, and that kind of comes like that becomes both of your priority number one. Or something, the relationship, you do decide to finally go out, or you do to decide to put your relationship above everything else and like kind of declare it, or maybe level up the level of commitment. So like there's some sort of like reassurance where it's like, oh, either I'm not gonna let other things come in the way between us, or, you know, I'm always going to put our family, or I'm always going to put you above everything else, or I'm going to like kind of balance things out however it works for the both of you. Like I'm going to create goals with you. That's going to be number one. even if something else, like these goals, take up a lot of time, energy, and effort, doesn't mean that they're going to become second to you. There's some sort of reassurance, leveling up of a commitment, a deciding to, like, both of you coming together and like announcing to each other, like, I'm not gonna let other things get in the way of our connection, and this is why I put this as my priority, and declaring that to the other person, whatever that is. That includes the other person, right? Ace of Cups, yeah. Okay, yeah. There we go. Clear out this pride energy. It's a very strong pride energy because it's a very, like, doing something like that, like declaring a commitment in some sort of way, or declaring that this person will be their number one priority, or the family will be, or the goal that you two decide to pursue together, or the other person, whatever it is, like however it looks, however you two declare it to each other, is very it's very strong. I mean, it rears its ugly head out, and it's not pretty, but what comes out of it is a beautiful declaration of love, and both of you prioritizing each other moving forward. And it's kind of like a sharing vows with each other. Like, that's how powerful it is. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like, a comment, sharing, or subscribing, and checking out my other pick a card love readings, and even receiving my lowest priced reading I have for this season only right now, and it's a way for me to practice, like, giving readings that are less than an hour or half hour, which is like almost impossible for me to do, but I mean, it seems like I'm doing it. But anyway, it's because of your love and support, and I appreciate that so much, especially as someone from a small channel, and doing really, really high vibe kind of readings. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you so much love, light, and peace. Hi, pile number 3 with the supernova and the Lapiz Lazuli. We're going to look at how they feel about you overall right now, and then how they feel about you in love, and then how they feel about you in regards to the future. So let's see how they feel about you. Okay, too many cards. Right now, overall. Okay. A lot. I feel like they just got like a lot of information about you, or a lot of clarity about you. They've been thinking about you, and I feel like they just had a huge breakthrough when it comes to how they feel about you. They kind of like put all the pieces of the puzzle together. So, I mean, I would think if you are in a little bit of communication with this person, like, expect them to reach out and like tell you things. The Hierophant, yeah, wow. That is my commitment card. Commitment in a relationship card, or connection. So, yeah, they had some clarity on terms of commitment. What is that clarity? Let's see. What are they thinking about you? Your soul whispers love, your ego shouts fear. So I feel like there must have been like a disagreement recently, or some sort of like on the surface level, you two weren't getting along on something, but on the soul level, both of you were like singing. So it didn't make sense, because I feel like you might have angrily said something to them, or out of frustration said something to them out of the blue, seemingly randomly, or they might have done that to you. And it's kind of like, where did this come from? And then they put it together in their head, and they're like, oh, got it. It's because I have fear of commitment, or I have fear of things actually working out, or that we don't see eye to eye on where this is going to go. That's very pretty. Tune into your inner peace. So I feel like there was like a break between the two of you, or a little bit of a break after like moment of silence after you two kind of argued or disagreed on something. It was kind of so weird. Like on the surface, it was just like weird, and it's like, why is this happening? Like, why are we even arguing, or why are we disagreeing on this? And I feel like both of you kind of gave each other space for a little bit, even if it's just for like half a day or a couple hours, or maybe a few days or a few weeks, or maybe even longer, depending on your situation. But it was just like, oh, got it. So sometime around now, they kind of finally got why you were acting like that and why they were acting like that. Like getting to like what was the actual argument about, not what was like actually said to each other, because it was like you two were kind of like saying things that didn't even make sense. So how do they feel about you overall right now? Immersion and intuition, yeah. So I feel like they're in it deep with you. Like they want to know, they want to figure out what's going on in this connection, why you're feeling the way you're feeling, why they're feeling the way they're feeling. I mean, they're at the same time, they're being very like aware and like digging deep. They're thinking very deeply about why they reacted the way they reacted, and like why you might have been felt like defending yourself or whatever. Delicate, fleeting beauty. There's fear here. Yeah, there's a bit of fear that like things won't last, the beauty and the connection won't last, or if you two start this connection, it will like be fleeting. It won't last, and it's just like beauty in the moment. So both of you are kind of mirroring, like you're like projecting each other your like own fears about this connection. That's why you both are kind of confused too, because it's like, where did this even come from? Because things were going well. You two were getting along. It seemed like you agreed on a lot of things and you were very compatible. So like, it's like, why all of a sudden a little bit of irritation and all this? And it's because there's a fear that this peace between the two of you won't last long, or this this kind of beauty, this love will fade, or yeah, something along those lines. Okay, so I mean, their thoughts about you overall is about this fear of commitment, or staying in a commitment, or something like that, like the fear of you leaving, or the fear of you to kind of falling out of love, or falling out of this nice period of time between the two of you, or not being able to get back into it or keeping it up. So their thoughts about you is very much about like them. They're very into this. Like they're very into you. They're very into figuring out like what happened. They're dissecting it as much as you are, I feel like. So their thoughts are very much about love. So let's just go into their actual thoughts about you, their feelings about you in love. Blindsided, 9 of Mirrors. Oh no, okay. So this is a card about 9 of Swords. And I like how I was just talking about mirrors. But they're really sad about being sad. I'm getting that they're sad about, like, they're genuinely sad about the fear that they have that you might leave them, or that this might not last. But it's all kind of vain a little bit, because I'm getting that they're sad. Like, oh, poor me, kind of pity me. I feel like they might have come off that way to you, or they might have felt like they were coming off that way to themselves, and they hate looking at themselves. I'm kidding. They're not liking looking at themselves in the mirror and being like, they feel like they're being petty, or they feel like, I don't know, is it like a victim? Quality of time. 6 of Rings. 6 Pentacles. I'm getting like, they want to hang out with you, but at the same time, they're like, they want to kind of put this like image to you that they've been sad this whole time, and that like they're gonna be like a martyr. They're gonna sell themselves as this victim that has been dealing with all this conflict in their head. I feel like, but in reality, this whole time that you two were taking like a break or whatever, or a break from this conversation or whatever happened in that time. It's kind of like a elephant in the room. I feel like they're gonna make themselves out to be like the victim. Like, poor me, look at me, I was struggling, trying to figure this out. But like, you were going through the same thing. You were actually like trying to dissect the situation. And yeah, granted, they were trying to figure out what was going on too. But that was like, maybe like, if this lasted for 3 days, that was like maybe a few hours in those 3 days. Whereas for you, I feel like it was like most of that 3 days, you know? So I would not jump into their pity party. But they do genuinely want to spend quality time with you. I think they just don't understand how much thought, energy, and effort you put into this connection, and how much you've considered like all sides of the matter, and how they would feel, where you're coming from, where they're coming from. I don't know what to say. The good thing is that they do want to spend some quality time with you. So genuine, like, and when you do spend quality time with this person in conversation, energetically or physically, it will be very nice. It will be equal. It will be equal give and take. But I feel like, I don't know, they want you to take it easy on them or something. Let's see. Cozy up with risk. I don't know. They do want to, I do see this like with the quality time, and it's like kind of like fireplace kind of thing. Like, they do want to cozy up with you, and they do want to genuinely spend good time, a good time with you. Success and transformation. But I feel like that they want your pity, and they want you to congratulate them to figuring these things out. And there is like, like it's nice to hear, right, that they've been kind of dissecting this situation and trying to figure things out, and they finally got clarity on it. And they're kind of like trying to gain sympathy from you, and they're trying to get you to be proud of them for like, figuring it out and then wanting to transform. But I feel like, I don't know, and they genuinely want to spend good time with you, but I don't know what this energy is about just quite yet. Hold on. How they feel about you in terms of love. You and your loved ones are safe. I feel like they're being a little bit manipulative with their emotions. Like, they're not being like a psychopath or anything, but I feel like they're being a little bit like, baby me, nourish me, like take care of me, like feel bad for me, like tell me I'm doing a good job, So I don't know where this is coming from. Nothing is set in stone. Yeah. I feel like they're trying to take advantage of the situation. I think this really scared the two of you. Like, this fear that the other person might walk away, or this might not last, or, this is getting too real, you're about to level up, or something about that. They seem calm on the outside. But inside there's a lot of turmoil between the two of you. You're dissecting everything that the other person said. And yet, nothing is written in stone. Neither of you know what's going to happen tomorrow, or if your fears are going to actually manifest. You two are trying to make the best of every moment you have together. But they're being a little bit manipulative. I'm going to pull some clarifiers because I don't know why they're behaving that way. 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords. Okay, so change. It's about change in general. They're very uncomfortable. Like they don't know how to handle it. Like, you know how like when it's kind of like when you and someone else like broke up and you decide to stay friends, but then the next conversation you have is so awkward that you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna handle this, and it just comes out weird or something like that. Or anticipating the weirdness. Like, I feel like you're both feeling very weird, and because like it's like not sure, like you both kind of confronted each other about like, is this gonna, like, this is the period that we either level up or we go our separate ways, something like that. Or if this is a disagreement and you're in a committed relationship, it's kind of like either we'll come to an agreement or we'll like have to, like, you know, maybe it's like an issue with a family member or something, and you both have differing opinions, and it's just like, all right, maybe this is just something we never agree on for the rest of our lives, and that's something we're just gonna have to like keep in the back of our minds and put away or something, because, you know, we're never gonna agree on this thing, and like, oh, how is that gonna affect us going forward, kind of thing. Yeah, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. Both of you know, you know, there's a possibility you can't come back from this. Wow. Okay, so yeah, if you're just dating, or if you're like dating again, or it's like a new thing, or whatever, you two are kind of like, you know, about to like get engaged or move in together or have a kid together or something, or like combine families, or I don't know, something like that, move in together, whatever. Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah, we either kind of like step up now or we go our separate ways. And it's kind of like that, like, let's not talk about it today, let's just spend some quality time, but like both of you are kind of acting weird because, you know, like it's coming. Okay, so finally got it. All right, so how do they feel about you in terms of the future? Talent. Hit the quality time card. You two are able to have so much fun together. You two are able to enjoy each other's company very, very much. So even with the awkwardness, even with the heaviness, you know, hanging on to this connection, both of you can like kind of make it through this date or this hangout or this conversation or this time period, like, okay, because just because of the nature of your connection, both of you just kind of are able to get along so well that you can kind of push through any awkwardness or weirdness. But I mean, it's the elephant in the room, right? Transformation. Yeah, that came up somewhere else too. Transformation, and 2 5s, which is transformation. The 9 and the 6 adds up to 15. That's a 5 in there. 5, 5, 5, 1. Transformation, major transformation happening right now in this connection. It's unavoidable, and the two of you can prolong it. And I feel like Okay, I get it now. Like, I get why they're trying to, like, get your sympathy and try to be proud of them for figuring out what was a real problem, getting to the root of the problem, because they want you to see how hard they're working on, you know, keeping the connection together and putting in energy and effort. It's their way of being like, yeah, see how much I care about you, like, see how much I care about the connection, like, I want you to know that I can do this kind of stuff. I can figure things out. I can, you know, put in effort. I don't know. I still feel a little bit, there's a little bit of manipulation going on. Even though it's genuine, their feelings for you, their thoughts for you, their efforts and energy. Let's see. I feel my way into faith one step at a time. So it's not so much manipulation I'm getting, it's just that they haven't reached a place where they can fully trust you, or fully trust the connection, or fully trust themselves in this connection and this, like, leveling up thing yet. And so it's kind of awkward for them because they want to be like, yeah, I can do it, but I can't do it right this second. Like, I need to work my way up to it, and I can't have you, like, I feel like both of you are kind of coming at the leveling up of this connection in different ways. And they're trying to level it up in this way, and you're trying to level up in the other way. And then it's like, oh no, we don't think the next step in our connection is the same. Like, that's a big deal, you know? Yeah. Okay. Lastly, I slow down and listen to the guidance that is available to me. Yeah, so they have very, like, slow down a lot, but they still kind of want to prove to you that they're doing a lot. It's not manipulative. It's not they want your sympathy. They just want you to recognize and be aware that they understand what's going on, and they want you to see that they're on the same level as you, but they need to take it one step at a time. Very slow. It's just, yeah, I'm getting, like, bringing out the, like, elephant tears, like, bringing out, like, I feel like they're gonna be like, oh, and I have so much going on in my life, I have this and that, and you're just like, I do too. So it's kind of like that kind of thing. It's like that. It might seem like to you that they're making excuses and being manipulative, but it's because they're trying to, like, throw at you whatever they can to slow down this connection until they catch up to where you are, until they can catch up to leveling up the way you want to level it up. And it's not like they don't want to, it's just their way of leveling up the connection is completely different than what you want, how you want to level up the connection. All right, so I hope you enjoy the reading. If you liked it, I'd really appreciate a like, a comment, subscribing, sharing this reading, or ordering a reading from me. It very, very much helps out for me to continue with these pick a card readings that I love doing so much, and it's part of my soul mission. So I appreciate any form of light donations you can send my way. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I wish you so much love, light, and peace. Pile number 4 with the hailstorm and the blue Aragonite. Let's look at how your person's feeling about you. We're going to look at how they feel about you overall, and then we're going to go into how they feel about you in terms of love, and lastly, how they feel about you in regards to the future. So So let's see how they feel about you overall. 6 of Wands. Okay. They feel very happy, very victorious, very successful in this connection. They think this connection is going very well. It's like it's a win. You don't always get to meet someone like you. You don't always get to have this kind of success in a connection. Like even when you meet someone that you're compatible with, it doesn't always go right. I'm getting. I feel like both of you have had at least one experiences in the past with that. And so both of you recognize when a good thing comes along, you know, and how precious it is when it does work out. Ooh. Explorer of Cups. That's the Knight of Cups. That's very romantic. It's a very romantic situation. There's a lot of romance going on in this connection. It's leading somewhere, I'm getting. Yeah, I think the main part is that both of you recognize that a connection like this takes effort, and both of you are putting in the effort, and it's successful because of that. So there is something about both of you having maybe connections in the past that didn't work out, and knowing what to do exactly right in this connection. So how do they feel about you overall? It's kind of stuck. Energy is kind of stuck. It's kind of like holding your breath. They take my breath away. So they are amazed by you. They're very they're like, oh, this person has gorgeous energy, and they're just the complete package. But at the same time, I'm like waiting for something to go wrong. Like I'm waiting for like to find out that they have this like that they're like a serial killer or something, like or you know, something along those lines. And they're just like, I don't know, like this person is too good. Even if you've been with this person for a while, or if this person is new, I feel like it's just like, you know, what deep dark secret skeleton in the closet is going to come out at some point, you know? Like it can't be, oh, this card 1111 with the rainbow and the butterflies. Look for the signs and synchronicities. I feel like there are incredible amount of signs and synchronicities with this person, you know, chance meetings, you know, always bringing up the same topics, having similar experiences in the past, and, you know, things that remind them of you keep coming up. And I feel like the same for you. Just abundance of signs and synchronicities when you think about this person. Remove limiting labels you're wearing. So there's something about like the two of you like may have not necessarily gone for each other in the past, or, you know, maybe you're just not each other's type really, or you know, there's just something that like might have made you not notice the other person, or maybe just kept them on a friend level, or something along those lines. Maybe it's a cultural difference, religious difference, a financial background difference, or something. But yeah, there's something where that both of you maybe in the past or ever may have not considered the other person. So I think there were special circumstances that brought you two together and meet. Okay. Release self-doubt, let go of fear. Both of you had like immediate inner work to work on when you met each other. Both of you challenged each other immediately. Maybe trying to hold your tongue, trying not to overshare, trying to share more if you're like a quiet person. it was like immediately as soon as you met this person, it was like all the things that you've been working on in relationships and as a person was being tested right off the bat. And at the same time, a ton of science synchronicities were going off. And at the same time, we were both wondering, like, hey, like, there's a little bit of, like, I don't know, ease in conversating with this person. Because it's like, I don't know, neither one of you really thought more would come from this connection. And so there was a little bit of, the connection was more relaxed. And so both of you were more natural and more yourself as well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, what do they think about you overall? How do they feel about you overall? Power and healing. So, because both of you kind of maybe had a lot of things in common about past experiences, or kind of were opening up about very deep things, there was an immediate feeling of like, oh, this person's really good to kind of just talk about things that I don't really talk about with other people. It's a good healing experience, or whatever may happen. Like, this will be a positive connection experience with this person. So that both of you kind of are in the mindset of like, you know, there's too many signs. There's too many like, you know, I'm feeling relaxed with this person. There's no pressure, and at the same time, like, we seem to be on the same vibe, like, and so things were just kind of naturally like, okay, very healing for the both of you. I feel like both of you might have met at a time where both of you were going through a challenging period, so it was very very nice to have someone be very supportive and loving, even if it's just something new or something coming back or something revived. Yeah, forget me nots, eternal memories. There's this definitely like a soulmate kind of feeling here, where it's kind of like the things that you two kind of did together, very successful. Six of Wands, they were very like victorious. Like, both of you really did heal each other and really did have powerful moments that like will never be forgotten. So like, you know, both of you kind of have this feeling of like, whatever happens, like, this has been a very strong experience for the both of you. Okay, so what do they think about you and feel about you in terms of love? How do they feel about you in terms of love? The Bachelor, the Emperor. Okay, so they feel like there's a very strong chance that this is like the one potential, that this has potential for longevity and something very stable and secure. So they do see that you as a potential forever person. Oops. Too many cards fell. Okay. And the Rose Ceremony. Okay, so 2 major arcanas. I shuffled these cards so many times, but I think in every single pile, like 2 major arcanas came out of this particular deck. This Rose Ceremony is the Judgment card. So it's like difficult because it might have been almost immediate. Like, they must have thought, or you must have thought, or both of you must have thought, like, oh yeah, this is a potential the one, you know? And then like judgment kind of set in immediately. So this is why this connection might have been like, it might have been so like easy breezy in the beginning, very successful, very fun and flirty, very like, you know, no pressure, very strong experience related to like childhood experiences and you know, morals and things that are important in life. And then and like, you know, Knight of Cups, a lot of good flirting, very speaking the same love language kind of thing. And then it's like, oh yeah, this person might be the one. It's just like judgment right away. So as soon as like this period happened, this like fun, flirty, no pressure, it was like immediate pressure, like right after. So let's see how they feel about you in love. Sacred mirrors. Yeah, I knew it. I'm like, this is like a soulmate level connection, a divine counterpart relationship. Immediately, you two recognize it immediately, and the fact that you two have had possibly a soulmate level connection or a very strong karmic connection in the past, you both kind of recognize the potential of this connection right away, and then recognize what that means for you individually right away. So it's very kind of scary. It was like fun, easy breezy, and then like, oh my god, this person is my sacred mirror, my soulmate, my divine counterpart. Celebrate your wins. No, too many cards. But I still, like, I feel like even though like the pressure now is on, yeah, I do feel like this is a connection where, you know, this could be a connection where you are married and have been in a relationship for a long time, and you're both doing a review period before you enter the next stage of your life, remembering how it was when you first met. Or it could be actually something new. I feel like for most people it's something a bit more new. Okay, celebrate your wins. But both of you are keeping the mindset of like, hey, no matter what happens, like, no regrets here. This is like very precious, very cherished connection, and, you know, gonna give it my all kind of thing. So I feel like they are so on board. They're like, I'm gonna give it my all. I'm all in. So how they feel about you in terms of love right now. Look at the bigger picture. They're like, yeah, this person can't stop thinking about like, okay, like, am I good for this person in the long run? Are they good for me in the long run? Or like they feel like, oh, like, you know, I keep thinking about like, you know, don't put pressure on that person, don't push pressure on myself, like, let me just enjoy each moment. But then they're like, yeah, but like, you know, they're being called by the divine to do like review work because of potential here, because they're your soulmate, to look at how do you fit in to the bigger scope of things. Do you make me feel like I'm winning in life? Do you mirror the things I need to learn and heal and grow? And you do. So now they're forced to look at the bigger picture with you. It's so funny, like, each section was like, this section was about your overall energy, but it was about love, and the section after love is about like future, and we're talking about future now. So they're like ahead of the game. Meditate and contemplate. Like, this connection is sailing smoothly ahead. You guys are both kind of ahead of the game. Like, what the divine wants for the two of you, you both are like kind of killing it. You're on top of it. Okay, so meditate and contemplate. Both of you, yeah, this is a review period. So this could relate to you if you're even already married, or if you're in a long-term relationship, about to get married, or about to like make some sort of major commitment. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you just lived through this situation not too long ago, and so it's like a review period. But there is a definite review period right now, 100%. Thinking about where you were when you first met each other and where you are now. Okay, so let's look at what they feel about you, how they feel about you in terms of the future. Grieving. Okay, so I'm getting the part of this review period is also releasing any expectations. And so there's a part of them that are like, yeah, you know, we both kind of said like, no matter what happened, we wouldn't regret this. we would appreciate this experience and be grateful for it. But now they're entering a period of like, hey, we're either gonna move forward. Why would you have a review period if you're not thinking about moving forward? Or we're gonna let go. And so they are grieving every possible outcome that you're not in their future. Releasing, like if you let go and they come back, they're yours, kind of thing. And forgiveness. What is this a forgiveness about, though? Okay. Let's see. When I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. So I feel like they think that if they wait long enough and you're not meant to be together, that you two will naturally separate. But if you two are meant to be together, and if they're patient, then the divine will keep you together. So they're just like waiting it out to see what the divine does, like to see what happens. Because they're like, whatever is meant to be is meant to be. And they're like asking for your forgiveness for like being patient, being like waiting to see what the outcome is. I feel like they put all my faith in God. So they put all their faith in like the universe or the higher power or their spirit guides or their angels or their higher self or their highest light, whatever you call it. They put all their faith in the universe, and they're like, whatever the divine has to say, I'm for it. I'm sorry that like if that causes you any like discomfort or pain or suffering or anything. Wow. Okay, so to begin the practice of allowing, I must get out of my way and let spirit give me direction. Yeah, that's exactly it. So they're getting out of their own way, and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna do what my divine guidance tells me to do. Oh my goodness, I feel like this person has like such strong faith, and they're practicing that faith either for the first time, or they're like a person of faith and they have always been this way. But either way, they have experience for sure. They have experience with this kind of stuff, letting go and letting God. Or if they have no experience and this is their first time doing it, it's a big deal for them. It's a big deal to do that with this connection with you, because it's very successful. There's a lot of love here. They understand who you are. They recognize your soul. Okay, and lastly, let's clarify this energy of how they feel about you in the future. 7 of Swords, but it came out upright, I guess. They feel like they don't have enough information, and that's why they're giving it up to God or the universe or source energy, or whatever you call it. They're giving it up to the higher power, because they're like, I don't know, I don't have enough information. And I feel like they think like they never will. They don't know if they ever will have enough information. So it's like, you know what, my mind isn't the one making this decision, and my heart says yes, but I'm going to give it to my spirit and my soul and let them guide this connection. Wow, this is very profound. Not expecting this. This could be a man or woman of God, might be very highly spiritual, or they might have just opened up to that aspect. The Hierophant. Yeah, wow. Okay, so that's like, that's religion, or that's spirituality. That's some sort of belief system. That's faith. That's marriage. That's commitment. Yeah, so this is all very tied. They're very much tying this connection to a higher power. And that's a huge compliment, I feel, because they're recognizing, they're humbling themselves and being like, hey, I don't know what the future is like. I don't know what the divine plan is. I don't know, what do I know? I know nothing. Jon Snow. And so it's like, you know what? My heart is in this connection. My mind will be my mind and always do what the mind does, which is overanalyze things, think too hard, be too egotistical, feel like there's not enough information, go over too many choices, feel like there's no choices at all. Just I'm gonna take my mind out of this, take the thinking out of this. My heart is in this connection, but I want my soul to be in it, and I'm gonna leave this up to God. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, I'd really appreciate a like, a comment, sharing, subscribing, or even purchasing a reading from me. I really, really, really appreciate it, especially as a small channel right now. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you so much love, light, and